I'm Tim from Gamervision.com. I played The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask then, and this is why you should play it now. So I was under the impression that everyone had already played Majora's Mask and loved it as much as I do. But lately I've been finding out that's not the case. I'm running into a lot of people that, one, don't like it, and two, skipped it entirely, never played it. All of those people are wrong, and they should feel bad about themselves. I think the reason many people skipped out of Majora's Mask is because it looked like Ocarina of Time, but it was actually very different. No Master Sword, no Ganon, no Zelda. Legend of Zelda, no Zelda. So granted, the skeptics have a leg to stand on, but this game is great in its own right. The plot is basically this. Ocarina of Time just happened. Young Link is riding through the forest on Epona when all of a sudden this punk-ass little skull kid knocks you down, steals your ocarina, and steals your pony, and then steals a mask of unimaginable power. So naturally you chase him into another world, Termina, which is a lot like Hyrule except with a better draw distance. And when you get there, you discover that he's planning on destroying Termina by crashing a giant scary moon into it. Shit's dark. Remember back when Wind Waker was announced and everyone was clamoring for a dark Zelda instead of a cartoony Zelda? Well, this was it. It just happened. But beyond the plotline, where Majora's Mask really shines is in its game mechanic. As soon as you get into this new world and you realize that it's in peril, a 72-hour countdown starts. After your 3 days are up, if you haven't stopped the evil blood-red moon from crashing into the ground, you have to play your ocarina and go back in time and do it again. All of your quests undone, all of your progress vanished. Even the people that you talked to in the first run-through don't even recognize you anymore. The brilliance is that you, the player, retain all the knowledge that you gathered on the last playthrough. So you don't need to waste your time figuring out those puzzles anymore. Every subsequent run through the dungeon is like a speed run. So you end up being able to beat the whole game or get farther and farther and farther every time in the same 3 days. This game is the perfect synthesis of puzzle solving, trial and error, speed runs, boss battles, and the dungeons are a lot less painful like they were in Ocarina. I'm looking at you, Water Temple. You wouldn't think a game that you play the same sections of over and over and over again would be interesting, but it is. It's challenging, it's interesting, it's funny, and it's still super easy to get. You can still find Majora's Mask N64 cartridges. It was re-released on the Zelda Master Collection that came out right before Wind Waker came out, and it was also the 300th game on the Virtual Console for the Wii. You can get it anywhere, and you should play it. This show is usually supposed to be about, like, underrated games, way under the radar that you've never heard of that you're supposed to play. Everyone's heard of Majora's Mask. I don't know why everyone didn't play it. Play this now.